Alright, you also just finish a little workshop there. You know, every time you do that transfer, you know, you need to recharge. So I was close by, so I just went up to the hills, have a little nice water running here, as you could see. Right, well, what I'm going to talk about today is obviously the website and the fuel up page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start sharing some stuff on the fuel up page, you know, throughout the entire website about the way that, you know, we fuel the body. After today especially, you know, it was a chat with the seniors, and they liked it, and they say it was very interesting, and you know, there's a lot of people need the information. So I mean, I was going to do this before, but anyway, so before we even get to posting different dishes and stuff like that, you know, the whole thing is for you to understand what you are, right? I always ask people, you know, what is energy? What does energy mean to you? You know, what makes up energy? And you'll get a lot of different answers, but I keep it simple, right? When you look at nature, nature is energy in itself, right? When we talk about the 5 elements, I always talk about it, right? We talk about space, which if we don't have space, then nothing would be here. No planets, no nothing would be here. We talk about fire, which is represented by the sun. We talk about earth, which is represented by the earth, of course, and the other planets that they say that's out there. We talk about water. There's water and it moves around in nature, you know, and always moving. Then you have air, right, which carries the first food of the body, of course, which is the oxygen that we can't do without. You know, maybe a few minutes, that's about it. So we have space, we have air, we have earth, we have water, we have fire. That's 5. When it comes to fueling the body now, and that's quite like this, that's what makes up energy, right? That's what energy consists of. So this whole planet, the universe that we live on, that is the energy that it is. Because if I take the air away from the universe, we wouldn't be experiencing seasons, because it has everything to do with moving the planet, right? Shifting it off its axis and all of that type of stuff. You know, blowing this and blowing that. Movement. So if you take one element away, then the planet will be dead. So now let's look at the body. If I take the air away from you, right, you will suffocate and you won't be here, because that means I took away one element. Now if I took away, let's say, the space. Now if I take the space out of your lungs, which a lot of people experience when they're drowning, right, because now water has become abundant and it fills up the lungs, so there's no space for the air to go in, right? So there's no air, then the body dies. Same thing. So we just match that up and we connect the dots for people, because that's what the energy is. Now, when it comes to fueling the body now, once we understand the whole concept of the body, us being nature, now you fuel the body up appropriately, right? So when you put in stuff within the body, it should represent those 5 elements, because those 5 elements is what energy is what life is, right? So now when you look on your plate, or you decide to make a meal or something like that, it should represent the elements. We're going to get into more of it, but I don't want to keep these videos long. But that's the basis of what we do here and how we fuel the body. We don't do no, this is what NJZ, right? No judgment zone here. We don't do no diets. We're not on none of that. No titles, no labels, none of that. We just understand what the body is, what the body is trying to do, and we help the body accomplish its goals. It's simple as that. If you fuel the body correctly, it will keep running for you very efficiently. Just like your car. You know, you buy a car that uses super and you start putting regular unleaded in that shit, eventually what will happen? It stop running efficient to the point where it break down and it dead, right? So that's all we do here. We look at nature and we get people to understand that the energy that is nature is the same energy that we are, and that energy is represented in everything that's alive and well. So when we look at the things that we fuel in the body with, they should represent that same energy. We'll go into percentages and stuff later, but as I say, we're keeping this video short, and you know, we're going to do this. It's time. We're going to change up some things, all right? Because that's what energy does. It don't stand still, it keeps moving. And with that movement, things change. Nothing stays the same. So until then, we'll talk.